Hello, just look at this. Look at this drop. Look at the drop of price. On Friday night, price was on this 148. The close of price was 148.809. Look at the drop. Look at it. It dropped to 147.89. Just a few pips to make it 100 pips. No trade. If you're a beginner trader, you may be wondering, wow. So what happened? Why is this? Well, if you have been trading, this should not be new to you. But if you're a beginner, you should how can price just move from one point to another without having a candle? Because prices are, the way you visually see it is measure the movement is the print of the candle. But this is called slippage, where price moves without a candle. So if you have an order in between these two candles, it may not activate because price didn't stop there. For instance, if you place an order, if you put your stop loss here in between these two, it will not activate until it gets to this place where price got to. And if you put your take profit, if you sold here, if you put your take profit here, it will not be exactly, it will not take you at that point. It will take you at the closest point where price get to. So, but that's not what I'm trying to explain here. What I'm trying to explain is why this massive drop in price. Okay, let me show you something in a moment. Look at this. JPY. Why is this acting up? Okay. Sunday, July 28th. JPY upper elections are impact event. So, take a look at this again. This a few hours later. Japan's ruling coalition lost its majority in upper house elections on Sunday. Exit polls projected. All of this. You may not be interested in what's happening in Japan and all of that as a trader. You can decide to delve into it for your own pleasure. But what your business is as a trader is to study the impact, the movement that is caused by these happenings surrounding your pair. For instance, I trade Usdjpy. I want to know what's happening in the US in terms of headline news and economic releases that some of us call news that we can see on a forest factory like CPI, NFP. Those are not news. They are economic data releases that affects our pair. So there are news like, for instance, on Thursday or Friday, I can't remember, and it was not on the forest factory. I learned that President Donald Trump of the United States wanted to fire the governor of their reserve bank, that's their central bank, Jerome Powell. So because of that, if you notice the price dropped down. Then when it was not confirmed or it was just contemplating it, then the price shot up again. So you may be wondering, this thing should buy, should sell. Yes. As a technical trader, let me go back to the chart. As a technical trader, even though you may not be trading all these news headlines and fundamentals, but keep an eye on what is happening. That's why it's good to trade few pairs so that you can easily monitor what is going on. For instance, I trade Usdjpy, and I'm always in touch with what's happening with events and economic data releases surrounding the pair I trade, which is Japanese yen and US dollars. So That's the reason. So now this has presented an opportunity for us. So we are going to be monitoring it, even though it's you can't place a trade now because the market just opened. The spreads are large, so you can't place a trade now. So you just have to just wait a moment, see how this gap will be covered or almost covered, then let the opportunities come. Don't chase prices. So, but I will be keeping you in touch as things unfold. Thank you.